Hello everyone, Mr. Dino023 here, doing a last minute recording. This video that you're about to see right now for the introduction was not supposed to be on the final video. I just had to do it like very last minute. Let me tell you why. I kind of screw up, but don't worry. The list, it's 100% based on your votes. The thing that I screwed up, it's I picked up the top 49 games. You know, I did this list on Excel, so when I selected all the runs, I picked it up from number 2 to number 50, because the first thing was like a row with headers, but I didn't notice until I was recording this very last video. So it's pretty much not a top 50 world records of 2019, it's a top 49 records of 2019. It's like pretty much just like move everything one space and it should be fine. And if you guys are wondering which one would have been the top 50, the top 50 was Metroid Zero Mission Any Percent by COOLKID. That would have made it the spot on the 50. But other than that, like everything else is just 100% the way you voted, in the correct order, and everything is fine. It's just that I picked 49 runs instead of 50 when I did the cut, and I'm sorry about that. But with that being said, I hope that you enjoyed all the video series. I enjoyed doing this like really big time. I want to thank everybody for your support on this list. Over 1,100 votes, man. That's insane. More than 96 runs were submitted. It was incredible. It was an incredible ride. So I hope that you enjoyed this top 9. Instead of doing a top 10 for the final list, it's gonna be a top 9, and the reason it's the one that I just explained it. All right, thank you very much everybody, and I hope you enjoyed this list. So let's check them out. The top 10 on this list is gonna go for Super Castlevania 4 Any Percent in a total time of 31 minutes 25 seconds by JC. This was record popped another world record that was standing there for almost a year, and it was just such a ride to watch JC grind for this world record from the very beginning. He started going for the faster strats, he developed some other strats as well to be able to keep pushing this game even further, and finally he was able to achieve this time for Super Castlevania 4, which achieved him the number 10th spot on this community voting list. Congratulations to JC for his top 10 on this one list. Ninja Gaiden 2 for the NES, Any Percent in 9 minutes and 59 seconds by Jimmy Poopins. It's gonna be the number 9 spot on this list. This is the only run with a soft 10 minutes for this particular game on the NES, and this game includes a lot of very tight platforming as well as very cool strats with the shadow mechanics that appear only for Ninja Gaiden 2. Ninja Gaiden is one of the series that it's more famous due to its difficulty and sometimes very unfair placement of enemies, so being the only one to be able to achieve a sub 10 minutes and that way be able to claim the world record for this classic title on the NES is definitely a big achievement. So all we can say it's props to Jimmy Poopins for this amazing time. Speaking of hard games for the NES, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, it's definitely always on one of this list. So being able to defeat the game in a total time of 16 minutes and 41 seconds, it's no joke. Skunky48 was the one able to achieve this feat, and he's only one of 2 people that have ever beaten this game in under 17 minutes. A lot of strats as well as the community has grown a lot on the past year, but there's still gonna be a lot of time before anybody defeats this time, if it is not Skunky himself that he tries to go back and grind for a few more seconds on this run that requires a lot of execution, crazy almost frame perfect clips, as well as a little bit of RNG that it's kind of decided ever since you press start on the very first screen on the game. due to the infamous Technodrome on the Cave 1. So congratulations to COOLKID for being able to achieve this time on one of the hardest NES games there's ever been. For number 7 spot on the list is gonna be another one classic, as well as arguably one of the best games ever created of all time. It's gonna be Super Metroid for the SNES in the any percent category with a total time of 40 minutes and 56 seconds by Behemoth87. This is the one and only sub 41 that has ever been achieved. And while there are some other runners that might eventually try to compete to be able to get another sub 41, this is definitely one almost perfect speedrun that requires a lot of very tight timing, execution, momentum management, ammo management, you name it. Pretty much anything that you think is hard about a speedrun can be seen in a run like this one. Congratulations to Behemoth to being able to achieve this time in one of the most ever speedrun games in the whole Speedrun.com community. Only 5 games are left on this list, and it doesn't get any easier in terms of difficulty or execution to be able to compete with any of these times, and our top 5 spot is gonna go for another NES game called Marble Madness, any percent category, in a total time of 2 minutes, 40 seconds and 883 milliseconds by Yelsraek. This world record broke a 2-year-old world record, and it's also the very first time that this game is beaten in a 240 minutes. This is one true showcase of skill and ability to manipulate a game with not so tight controllers, and also due to how short this run is, honestly, whatever bad turn, whatever missed input, whatever anything, even if it just costs you a frame, that could be the difference between getting or not getting world record in a game like this. Congratulations to Yelsraek for being able to achieve this time for Marble Madness. COOLKID is no stranger to getting world records and grinding games to its very limits, and he has been playing Super Mario Bros. 2 USA for the NES for quite about a year and a half now, breaking world records on this game left and right. But one of the most impressive ones that has been beaten is definitely the any percent category for this game with a total time of 8 minutes and 17 seconds. This world record popped another time also done by him that stood for almost 1 year. And even though this is a kind of a different Mario game, make no mistake, this game it also requires a lot of very tight input and really precise tricks to be able to achieve a time like this, and it's gonna be hard to see anybody trying to beat COOLKID on this game other than COOLKID himself, which apparently is gonna be trying to push this world record even further. Congratulations to COOLKID to making it to the top 4 spot on this list. Reaching new milestones in speedrunning, it's always a big deal, especially if you're talking about the second most speedrunning game according to the Speedrun.com leaderboards. We're talking about Super Mario Odyssey any percent with a total time of 59 minutes and 59 seconds by NicroVeda. While this world record has already been beaten ever since it was achieved, NicroVeda was the very first one in a very tight race to be able to be the first person to achieve a sub 1 hour in this really famous game from Nintendo. And even though this is a newer title, different to many of the other titles that we have seen on this list, this is a game that has been optimized probably in world record level as well. This game and this run is definitely impressive to watch, and congratulations to NicroVeda for achieving the first ever sub 1 hour in this game. Only 2 spots left on this list, and while on the 3rd spot we talked about the second most speedrun game, How about we talk now of the very first spot on the most popular speedrunning game? Yes, that's Super Mario 64 in the category of 120 stars for the N64 in 1 hour, 38 minutes and 51 seconds. This was performed by Shiz, and this is the only ever recorded time of 120 stars, which means the 100% completion of the game in under 139 hours. Currently, there is a bounty to be able to achieve more 138s of this game with a total prize accumulated of $10,000. So this definitely sets the bar very high for a game like this, and it could arguably be the most competitive speedrunning game there has ever been to this date. Congratulations to Cheese to be able to achieve this unthinkable time in one of the most popular games to ever be a speedrun. This is it. Time for the top 1 game on this list. After 1,100 votes and more than 96 games submitted for this list, Kosmic in Super Mario Bros. 1, Warpless with a total time of 18 minutes, 59 seconds and 856 milliseconds, it's taking the first spot on this list. And this is a huge achievement for this game. As I mentioned, milestones are very important for speedrunning, especially in games as popular as Super Mario Bros. 1. We can say that Mario is the most popular mascot in all video game history, and we all saw that also with the top 4 spots being only Mario games. Kosmic is the only person that has ever achieved a time of under 19 minutes in this category for this game, and while there are other people that arguably have the skill level to achieve this, it's gonna be taking a while before anybody bobs Kosmic, which at the moment of this recording, he also just broke the any percent world record, holding the top spot for the 2 most popular categories in one of the most recognizable classics of video games of all time. Congratulations to Kosmic for making it to the very top 1 spot on this list by popular demand, and we'll see you in 2020 with some more awesome world records broken this year. Thank you. So there you have it, everybody. What do you think about this top 50 list? I think it was incredible. I know it's very hard to properly rank speedruns based on many things like execution, length of the run, how optimized the game is, and many other factors. So that's why I left this task to all the community. This list was not made by myself. It was made for over 1,100 votes with more than 96 runs that were submitted for this voting process. So a huge shout out to the whole community that participated on this project and that have been very pending on me uploading the next video. I hope you liked it. This is a project that I'm definitely gonna be doing again for 2020. Probably with minor changes here and there, because I know some world records were broken like on the very last days of 2019 that had no chance to make it into the list because on when this list was closed. So maybe we do some changes for 2020 to be able to include all the runs that were actually ran on 2020, but we'll see. In the meantime, if you like this type of content, if you like more speedrunning stuff like speedrunning news, probably more world record progression videos and many other things, make sure to subscribe to the channel and follow me on Twitch. I stream every Monday to Friday at 4 p.m. Central. And in the meantime, all I have to say right now is thank you very much, everybody, for your support on this project. And as always, I'll see you on the next mission. Have a good one, everybody.